Welcome to this class, the first class in cybersecurity exploits. So in this first class, we want to install our primary operating system. So the first primary system we'll select, let's look for Parrot. So here, I think this is the, let's do Parrot Linux. Yeah, there we are. So we'll go to parrotsec.org. So we'll click that download link. So here we are going to, so there's a home edition and get the security edition. So the one we want is the security edition. Then we are going to do the download here. So we have got a flavor of Met desktop or KDE desktop. So here the one I will choose will be Met because it's a lightweight. So let's click that. So we have got the ISO there. So let's download. So we'll click OK. Then you see here it start to download. So I'll do Control plus plus so that we can view a little bit closer the desktop information. But what we are waiting for is for here. So on this laptop, it will be 4.1 gigabit, and we have got only 15 minutes left to download that. So what we'll do is we'll leave it to download, and after it finishes download, it will come to it. Then we'll go to QEMU. So we will be using QEMU as an emulator to run this virtual machine. So let's test our virtual machine. So I'll just clear the space there. So here, if we do sudo, I've installed it already. There we are. So this is the QEMU virtual machine manager which we are using. We are not using virtual machine and the other one for this because the virtual machine for QEMU looks to be working very well with the Linux operating system, so we'll use the operating system for that. So as it is downloading, we'll come back to the video pretty soon once the Parrot is downloaded. So now we come back to the web browser to see if we have the download done. So this is the download done. It's all downloaded. So we'll click here this folder to see where it is. So there it is in the download folder. So we are going to use the terminal to get to this download folder, and we are going to place it in options. So I've prepared a folder here called CarOS. So that's where we are going to put it. So I'll exit that, exit the actual browser, clear my space here. So the first thing we need to do is splitting this screen in two. Then here we are going to go home. Then we are going to go inside the folder of this user here. Then we are going to go into downloads, then list what is inside in there. Now you see that's the Parrot security ISO image we just downloaded. So I'll come to this other panel here. What I'm going to do is list. So these are the folders, and that this Parrot image is going to go into there. So what I'll do, I'll just delete carry, then I'll put Parrot so that it reflects what we want to do there. So to remove it, I'll do sudo remove, then I'll put rf, then the name of the folder, then I'll put my password as a root user there. So if I do ls, it's gone. So I'm going to create another one. So I'll do sudo make directory. This we'll just call it let's call it Parrot OS, then enter. Now you see here that's the folder just created. So let's get the Parrot in here. We can easily so we went home. So what I'll do here, I'll do sudo, then I'll say move, then I want to before I do that, let's do change directory into home. Then I think hang on here, what we need to do, let's use this one here to drop it there, which is logical. So we'll do sudo move. What are we moving? So we want to move Parrot. So there is Parrot. We want to move it to options folder. Then we want to place it into Parrot OS. Then we do enter. We'll apply our credentials, enter, then that's it. So if we come back here and we'll do change directory into Parrot, then list, you see that we have got the ISO image. Now let's make another folder either to share or use it for other things. So do sudo make directory, then we are just going to say share apps. So inside it we just made share apps. So let's now go to our virtual manager here. So in the virtual manager here, we are going to do, let me extend it a little bit so you can see much better. So here we are going to go file, then we are going to create a new machine. So the machine is on local installed media, which is the ISO, because that's what we downloaded. So here we are going to go forward, then choose the ISO. So we want to navigate to the ISO image. So just go browse local, other location, options. So we are Parrot, then that's the ISO image here. We'll click open. So that's the path. Choose the operating system you are installing. So okay, so we just leave it as it is and just go forward. So you may select the OS. So here we just put Linux, then this is Ubuntu, I think so. This Parrot is Ubuntu. So we have got SUSE, Red Hat. We are looking for either Ubuntu. So we have got Alpine, Oracle, Red Hat, SUSE. So we just put it at generic, then forward. Then we want to have 2 CPU. The memory for this, we'll give it 8. So it will be using 8 gig. Then we'll go forward. Then here I'll just change to 100. So that's the hard drive we want. So here select or create a custom storage. So we'll leave the default there. So we are going to give it a name of the operating system. So we'll call it we just call it Snake Eyes 1. So those are the details of the ISO. So let's look at the network selection here. Will be in NAT, but let's see if we can go bridge, or we'll use the host device. which is the wireless here. So here in most configuration, Mac VTAP does not work for the host. So here bridge, we'll select bridge. Yeah, so we'll leave it at that, then finish. So here we are, and you see we are already booting into the machine here. So enlarge it, which is good. Um, so here we are going to install. So Parrot will come, is on default, it will boot up by itself. There we are. There we are. So we just have to wait for it to come up. There we have got Parrot in. So this is the default mode for Parrot without putting any IP address or anything. So we are going to use here the install Parrot. So here we want to change this to British. Let's see if we can find. So we have got, yeah, so that's the one there. Then we are going to click next. Now our location, so it's Europe. Then we are going to change to London. Then we are going to so the language is English UK. That's correct. So we are going to go next. Now for the keyboard, I'll just leave it on default for the UK. Then for the partition, we'll just go erase the disk and just install. So do next. Now we are going to give it the user. So this is the username. Then we give the computer name. Then we give it the password. So with this, we are going to go next, and that's the partitions. So just click install now. So it's installing, and the next one is just finished. Then we have finished installing Parrot, and soon we should be able to use it. So once it's finished, I'll come back, then we'll proceed. So as you can see, it's all done now. So we just need to restart it. So we'll do done. So Parrot is restarting. So here I'm going to just do enter. So there we are. Enter again to accept. So Parrot is Debian, because I just saw there written Debian. So Parrot is Debian. It's not Ubuntu, but Debian is the root of Ubuntu. So it's almost the same. So here we have got our login in page. So let's log in. There we are. So this is the workstation for Parrot, the desktop. So if we, so the first thing we normally do is updating. So here I'll just do sudo su. So on Debian, sometimes you do sudo so it doesn't work, but in this case it's working. So what I'll do, I'll just do apt update. So here the network, let's do app A. Yeah, so we don't have the internet connection yet. So in the next video we'll fix all that, but this is how we install Parrot in QEMU. So here you can see the disconnection message there is trying to connect. So we'll fix that later in the next upcoming video. So with that, I thank you for viewing.